There's an old story about a farmer who owned a small plot of land. Each morning he would walk its edges, tending to what grew there: a few rows of vegetables, a modest orchard, water drawn from a well. His neighbor, who owned twice the land, would often stand at the fence and watch him. One day the neighbor asked, "Don't you ever wish for more? More land, more crops, more yield?" The farmer paused, looked at his hands, then at the soil beneath his feet. "I have enough," he said, "and enough asks nothing of me but care." The neighbor didn't understand. To him, more was always the answer. But the farmer had learned something the neighbor had not: that richness is not measured by what you gather, but by what you no longer hunger for. We live in a world that equates wealth with accumulation. More money, more things, more experiences, more approval. We're told that satisfaction lies just beyond the next purchase, the next achievement, the next distraction. And so we reach. We work longer hours. We scroll endlessly. We compare our lives to curated images of others and feel the sting of insufficiency. The chase never ends because the horizon keeps moving. But what if the problem isn't that we don't have enough, but that we've lost the ability to recognize when we do? Lao Tzu writes in the Tao Te Ching, "He who knows contentment is rich, not he who earns more, not he who owns more, but he who knows when to stop reaching." This is not passivity. It's not about giving up ambition or living without care. It's about understanding the difference between true need and invented hunger. Most of what we chase is not what we need. It's what we think will fill the quiet ache inside us, the sense that something is missing, that we are not quite whole. So we distract ourselves. We buy things we don't use. We pursue goals we don't truly want. We fill our schedules so we never have to sit with ourselves. And when the distraction fades, the ache returns deeper than before. Happiness in this sense is not about how much pleasure you can extract from life. It's about how little you need to feel at peace. The person who can sit in silence without reaching for their phone, who can eat a simple meal without craving more, who can walk through the day without comparing their progress to someone else's, that person is free in a way no amount of wealth can buy. This is not about rejecting the world or living in deprivation. It's about returning to a simpler question: what do I actually need right now? Not tomorrow, not in some imagined future, but here in this moment. Often the answer is smaller than we think. A breath, a place to rest, a task done with attention, the warmth of the sun, the quiet after effort. When we stop demanding that life give us more, we start to notice what's already here. And what's here is often enough. There's a certain exhaustion that comes from constant wanting. It's not just physical, it's spiritual. The mind that's always reaching is never still. It can't enjoy what it has because it's too busy imagining what it lacks. This is the paradox. The more we chase, the less we feel. The more we consume, the emptier we become. True abundance is not about having everything. It's about needing less. It's about being able to walk through your life and say, without bitterness or resignation, this is sufficient. Not because you've given up, but because you've stopped measuring your worth by what you don't have. And maybe that's where peace begins, not in getting more, but in releasing the belief that more is what we need. The Taoist sage doesn't accumulate. He doesn't hoard or grasp or calculate. He lives close to what is simple and lets the rest fall away, not because he lacks ambition, but because he understands that the way of nature is not excess, it's balance. The river doesn't try to hold every drop. The tree doesn't strain to bear more fruit than its branches can carry. They give what they can, take what they need, and the rest flows onward. We could live that way too. We could stop treating life like a race we're losing and start treating it like a garden we're tending. We could stop asking, what more can I get? And start asking, what can I let go of? We could stop chasing distractions and start sitting with what's real. And this doesn't mean we stop growing or creating or striving. It means we stop doing those things out of lack. We stop trying to prove something, to fill something, to escape something. We act from presence, not from hunger. And in that shift, something changes. The work becomes lighter. The days become quieter. The constant noise of not enough begins to fade. Because in the end, the one who is rich is not the one who has the most. It's the one who needs the least. And the one who is happy is not the one chasing the next thrill, but the one who can sit in stillness and feel nothing missing. The farmer still walks his land each morning. He still tends his rows, draws his water, watches the seasons turn. His neighbor has added more fields, more workers, more worry. But the farmer sleeps well. He wakes without longing. He has enough, and enough, it turns out, is everything. If you choose to follow this channel, it truly helps me keep creating and improving these reflections. And if not, that's completely okay. I'm grateful you spent this time here. I'll see you tomorrow in the next episode. Until then, I wish you a calm and peaceful day.